While Diana's coming up, I just want to mention one little bit of business. For those who are not already members of our group, we are very happy to cordially invite everyone. We meet the first and third Thursdays of each month here in one of the meeting rooms back there. We usually meet a little bit beforehand for some dinner here, from 6 until 8:30. And what we did tonight is kind of what we do around the table, but we take turns giving constructive reflection to each other about our works. You'll hear varying opinions and varying levels of writerly expertise and perspectives, and it's wonderful. So you are all invited. We are a dues-paying organization, but the first meeting is always free so that you can try us on for size and see if you like it. And so please come on out. So our next meeting will be May 17th, 2 weeks from tonight, here at 6 o'clock. Okay.
We'll have a Christmas party.
And by the way, this group has become family to me. I love everybody here. Now, every so often we have topics that so I decided to showcase that in light of this. That's really cool. The most significant thing about me is 3 dancers pirouetted and leapt across the stage. Pink ribbons on their white sparkling dresses flipped gracefully behind them. The audience never took their eyes off the entertainers. Soft, continuous clapping marked the beat of the dancers' feet. On a Dracula, the dancers stopped and bowed. The audience clapped wildly and yelled, "Encore, encore!" The dancers responded with quick feet movements to the Charleston. The dancers stopped and bowed. "Let's give another round of applause to the amusing muses," said the mediator. The audience did not disappoint. Mediator silenced the crowd. One of the amusing muses asked if she could tell a joke before they left. Mediator agreed. "What does a goddess say inside a vineyard?" The audience asked in unison. "What does a goddess say inside a vineyard?" "Divine," the muse enunciated. Knee-slapping laughter echoed through the room. Mediator silenced the crowd, and the amusing muses pirouetted and leapt across the stage and went behind a curtain. 2 stagehands brought 2 chairs on the stage during a brief intermission. "My name is Mediator," he said, and sat in one of the chairs. "Due to the overwhelming success of the Grateful Dead tour, God Hades will remain with the band until the tour comes to a dead end." "I wanted to see him. He's so mysterious," said a woman in the audience. "Yeah, he's hot," said another woman. Audience members laughed and flinched at their comments. Mediator silenced the crowd. "The most significant thing about me is the topic of the day. I will not answer this personally, but will let our guests have the honors. It is my pleasure to introduce Narcissus." The women of the audience clapped the loudest as Narcissus walked across the stage and sat next to Mediator. "Thank you, everyone, but we must have silence," said Mediator. "What is the most significant thing about you, Narcissus?" "The answer is simple. Baby," he winked. The woman swooned. The man rolled their eyes. "That man is a fraud," a man of the audience yelled and quickly stood. The crowd gasped. "I was assured this would not happen again. You, sir, will be removed," said Mediator. "I will not be removed. I was detained by that man," he said, pointing to the man on the stage. "You are a fraud, sir." "I'm Narcissus. Would I wink at the ladies? No, I only love myself. Did you not see the transformation papers from Goddess Flora?" "What papers?" asked Mediator. "The papers for my transformation from a flower to a man for this interview. Can this man produce a duplicate copy?" "Do you have such documents?" Mediator asked the man on the stage. "I don't need papers to know I'm Narcissus. I love myself," said the man being escorted from the stage. The real Narcissus stepped onto the stage and sat next to Mediator, producing his transformation papers. Mediator took his papers and apologized to him for his inept staff's gross oversight. "What is the most significant thing about you, Narcissus?" Like the imposter on the stage, the most significant thing about me is me. But there is a major difference between me and him. He has no story to justify his love for himself. Mine is one of a kind, unique. I had no desire for companionship. I turned down all offers from women who desired me. "You were cursed for your refusal of women, said several audience members at once. That is uncalled for, said mediator. It's quite all right. I did not refuse all women, just certain women. Is it wrong to be picky? The curse lies with the tongue. I spoke unkindly to these women, and that is the cause of the curse. Out of the heart flows the truth. Very wise words, said mediator. Are they? Asked Narcissus. I'm in love with myself. My head knows this is false, but out of the heart flows the truth. In my former life, I denied companionship, cursed to look at my reflection in pools of water, my hands reaching out to a familiar face, my face. Rippling water moved over my reflection, distorting the reality with lies. I want to separate myself from myself so I can love myself. Perhaps the imposter's simple response was the right one. Oh, to be able to love yourself, to be content with your past, to value others more. Maybe the imposter is not an imposter after all. Maybe he's comfortable with himself, and maybe this makes us uncomfortable. Still the words are wise, said mediator. Are wise, said a voice. The audience looked around for the person who said this. This curse has made me better, said mediator. Me better, said a voice. No one could find the source of the voice, and this infuriated mediator, for he could not yell or blame someone directly. My transformation papers are about to expire. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. You're very welcome. Subdued applause from the audience showed respect for the candor of Narcissus. A stagehand whispered in the ear of mediator, under all your chairs is a parting gift from Narcissus. The audience members eagerly reached under the seats for their gift. Glinting mirrors rotated back and forth in the hands of the audience. Why did we receive these? Said one audience member. Is that how my hair really looks? I have a scent. The self-serving comments irritated mediator, though Narcissus looked pleased at his own reflection in his handheld mirror. I am quite handsome. I can see why women love me. Oh, how I want to have a companion like me. Handsome, love me, a companion like me, said the voice. That's Echo, poor thing. Narcissus, you should be ashamed of yourself. Narcissus ignored this comment, but kept admiring himself. He wasn't ashamed. That's why he's cursed. Duh. Mediator stared at unbelief at how many in the audience fawned over themselves and how quick self-glorification can get out of hand. Narcissus kept fixing his hair and stroked the reflection of his hair in the mirror. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I have to thank Narcissus for coming onto the show. Stay. You should be thankful for my presence, said Narcissus while gazing at his reflection. Well, yes, I guess, mediator mumbled. A stagehand whispered something in his ear. Narcissus's mirror shattered on the ground as he vanished. Pale yellow and white petals with a trumpet-shaped cornea, long stem, and dull ceramic pot sat on the chair. Oh, he left a gift. A tag is in there. I'll read it out loud. Thank you for my time on your show. Let this gift be a reminder to all of you of my eternal beauty. On the reverse of the tag were potting instructions. Place in full sunlight, preferably next to a reflection globe. Isn't that nice, said mediator? The audience hardly agreed. The end.
We'll end there in the interest of time. Just not to be silly about this, but what we do, what all of you do, and what you've shared tonight is a little bit of magic. So thank you all for sharing a little bit of your magic with us tonight. Please join us at our next meeting. Even if you can't, keep writing, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good night.